What's up, young man?
I can't call it. What's happening? What's happening?
Hey, it's going good. It's going good. Shit, we trying to adjust to this weather. 1 minute is hot, and next minute is cold, and next minute is mild heated, and that's how people pick.
75 degrees today, 79 tomorrow, cold at night. Yeah, this earth is going through this metamorphosis, and I don't know how to what they're going to do about it, but it's going through something right now.
Yeah. Hey, Jew, this earth going through just like these damn people going through some shit.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody going through something. The earth, the people, everybody going crazy.
You're right. You are exactly right. They are going through. I don't want to call it hell, but they're going through something.
Yeah.
Going through sun. The sun is hot, and it's, I don't know whether it's getting closer to Earth or further away, but the temperature is changing and doing what it want to do.
Yeah, man. It's to be honest, man. It's a scary. It's a scary moment these days. It's a scary moment, man. Seriously. You know what? It's like this young lady, her name was Lisa, and I just want to bring it up. I haven't seen her probably maybe about 4 years, Jew. Her name was Lisa. She worked at Hammond & Son. She great young lady. Her husband passed away in August and everything. So we seen her at Savannah State Homecoming. I seen her for the first time in 4 years. I give her a hug, say, "Hey, I'm glad to see you. I love you." And she hugging everybody. That was her last time seeing her. She passed away yesterday.
I heard.
Man,
I heard. Long time employee at On Time Fashions there.
Yeah. Great young lady, man. I mean, always had a smile on her face. And on the piggyback, I know we got time, but I'm telling you, people right now, Jew, and this is the God in heaven, you. If you've been with somebody for 34 years, 40 years, and one of them, whether your wife passed or your husband passed, it takes a toll. It breaks your heart, and if you don't have that support system, you'll go right behind them. Trust me on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because you're emotionally tied to these people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Physically and emotionally, mentally.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a toll on you and does something to you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. If you don't have that support, I remember when my wife passed and all y'all was there, man. You need a support system. If you don't have a support system, man, it would tear you up. And trust me, you got to have that support system, man.
That's what friends are for, and that's what family is for, and that's what your schoolmates and all are for. You know, you got to have that bond where somebody's there to hold you up when you can't stand too long. You know.
Yeah.
Because everybody had their moments. You know,
everybody had their moments.
Don't show it, but we all have our moments.
We have our moments, man. I be telling, hey, just because you smiling, just because we smiling, man, you don't know what we going through, man.
That's right.
Shit, you know.
That's right. That's right. You don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
Don't know. I was waiting on. I don't know where Robert and Tiffany at, and
hey, Black folks time. They coming. Black folks time.
Yeah, they on Black folk time for real.
Seriously.
And anybody seen this guy?
Man, hey, what's up with Mr. Charlie, my uncle? What's up with man? Hey, we keep saying we don't pay the ransom. So when he coming back, man? He's gone. He's
in Russia now.
What the hell he doing in Russia?
He left Hawaii. He said he's on his bucket list and he's traveling the world, and he's in Russia now. He's in Russia doing the visiting Vladimir Putin. You want to ask Putin what he got on Trump. And he said him and Putin are good friends, and Putin will tell him what he got on Trump. So y'all just stay tuned. The good brother will find out whatever Putin got on Trump.
Hey,
Charlie Brown is gonna find out.
Hey, Drew, is Charlie Brown showing Putin that dance all night long?
He probably is. Hey, you know, Putin taking turn Charlie Brown out. Charlie better be careful.
I know it.
Putin ain't no joke.
Hey, I'm telling you, that man, trust me, that dude don't care, man. It's all about him.
Yeah, it's all about him.
It's all about him.
We're gonna see whether we can get into the show.
Yeah,
I guess the rest of them will be here. In a minute. And I'd rather wait. Oh, we got a few minutes. We got a few minutes. We'll wait on them to start, and we'll continue to. Did they ever do anything with the little kid that got shot in Atlanta? He died, didn't he? At the bus stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and they arrested the 17-year-old.
Yeah. You know what? I said this on America After Dark last week. You got these. Here I go. Stop me if I go overboard. Here I go. But you got these young men, man, that I don't know what's wrong with them, man. You know, you got the young women don't want to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Because of the nonsense. And they're just going around killing each other. They're just going around. It just is like their life don't matter. And you try your best to try to help them. You do. You try your best to help them at the end of the day. And somebody made a comment that pissed me off. Like, you know, do you blame the parents? It's on the parent. First of all, it's this, Jew. We was raised up. It take a whole village to raise a kid. Okay. So at the end of the day, when you got grandparents that's 35 and you got you got these kids growing up with, kids raising kids, and it's just, it's just getting out of hand. And then you get to a point where when enough gonna be enough. And I'm tired of them blaming on society. And I'm tired of them blaming on it's the slaveries. I'm tired of them blaming on shit. When you gonna take the responsibility and say, you know what? It's us. It's on us. It's on that kid. Okay? That ain't nobody told that young man to go shoot that young man. I ain't know nobody say, hey, you know what? Why don't you go shoot that young man right there? You choose. It's choices. Life is about choices. Bad choices, good choices. At the end of the day. Now you got two kids. One kid going 6 feet under, and then the other kid going to prison for the rest of his life. And it's over and over and over again. We want respect, Jew. Hey, we want respect, but when we gonna respect ourselves?
That's correct.
That's correct.
What's going on, Sandra?
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
Are we? Yeah. Did the show start yet?
Yes, we are. We have started. We're about to get into the lightning round in a minute. We're waiting on you and Tiffany and Robert. Jamal might be on. We know that Charlie Brown is somewhere in Russia because he's
still being held hostage.
No. He went on. After we paid his ransom, he went to Hawaii for a week or two. 10 days in Hawaii, and then he just left Hawaii and went to Russia. So him and Putin are having a ball right now. He landed today. Told me he landed safely. So he's in Russia, and he's gonna find out what Putin has on Donald Trump and let us know. So he'll be back to let us know exactly what Putin has on Donald Trump. Charlie said he's gonna. It was traumatized so bad by being kidnapped that now he's only going to do guest appearances. He'll come on, give the hot news, and get out. He's not going to do a whole show no more because he's so traumatized about, being in front of a camera now because they had the camera trained on him when he was asking for somebody to pay his ransom, and we finally paid it, and so he got released, and now he's on vacation. He has a bucket list, so he's going through his bucket list. He's going to North Korea next, I think. See the little idiot boy. Oh, he going with all of them.
I wish he'd stop being petty.
Yeah.
So you need to call him and tell him that. He's in shell shock.
But you know what? On a serious note, because I love to use that serious note, and it is not talking or anything, but Mr. Brown, I'm kind of really in this real talk, disappointed that you're not returning to the shore. You not have been here because I very looked up to you, and whatever Putin or anybody got going on, man. Hey, just come back, because at the end of the day, we all family as one. And at the end of the day, let's show the world that, hey, that black people can stick together no matter what they go through. We will always be one. Case closed.
Thank you, Bernard.
And y'all can call him. Y'all got his number.
He should be watching the damn show.
He watching. I'm sure he watching. He watching from Russia. I don't know how many hours they behind, but he landed earlier today, and he gave me a call. So,
hey, Jules, I give you a prime example. You remember you was the president of our boys club. We had a boys club. He was the president, right? Jews always want to be the president. As a matter of fact, the president of the United States. That's just true. So somehow we was in a meeting and something happened, right? And Jews got mad and cussed us out. He was like, damn, who the hell Jews think he is? You know what I'm saying? And it happened, but we didn't take it personal. We didn't take it because we know how Jewish is. You know what I'm saying? That's just Jewish, man. What you see is what you get at the end of the day.
That's it. I
He
mean,
always
it's all
wanted to be
love.
president.
It's all love. I
It's
mean,
all love.
this was we 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. This was we had the Cool and the Smooth club. Son, you probably don't know nothing about that, you know. We were the Cool and the Smooth. There was Tompkins High guys. We were the baddest guys in the city.
Yeah.
We were in every high school and ruled.
Yeah.
The women waited on us to walk in the games.
Yeah.
It was us.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So, you know, we were some bad boys back then.
We were some bad boys, and we had our fight, and but we stuck together. It didn't matter.
That's right.
You know, like I said, Jules was the president, and we had no vice president. It was the president, only the president.
We've been getting into our top stories.
It sounded like you was a communist.
He was Michael Jackson.
No. We just needed some guidance and leadership, and that's what we did, and that's what we did.
No more story. Let's go. Let's leave that.
Okay. We got our top 5 stories, or top 5, whatever, how many it is, stories in the first 15 minutes, and we're gonna set it all up. And the first one, y'all can start on it. They got a serial killer. This guy done killed 6 people in Missouri with a gun, 38, snub nose, 38 or something. Y'all got the notes there. I don't know. It's a serial killer. That's all I know. We dealing with a serial.
Hey, what son, you may ask what a serial killer consists of? What?
Anytime you kill more than 2 people, you know, and you're still not caught,
right?
They consider you a serial killer.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard to just be. You get speechless. You get speechless, to be honest. You get speechless because people just going around killing people for unnecessary stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize too, Sonya and Jules, is this. You don't know what people going through.
No, you don't.
A lot of shit, man. Trust me.
You don't.
And June.
Yeah.
Do they know? Have the victims, met a certain, criteria? Like back in the day, when we had serial killers, they were only killing, black little boys, or
Well, I think they said that most of these are tied to sex, some kind of sex group. That's what I read. So if most of them are tied to sex groups, some kind of sexual profession, prostitution or something, I don't know. But I read that he killed some people that were tied to that. So I don't know. He might have killed the pimp and he might have killed the hooker. So we don't know. But that's what it is with him. It's in Missouri, 15. He killed 6 women. His name is Perez Reed.
Oh, they caught him.
Oh, yeah. They got him. They got him with the gun, smoking gun.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Perez Reed. And like I said, some of the victims are believed to be in the sex business of some kind of sex business. I don't know whether it's a parlor he used to go to, whether it's a pimp house. I don't know what it was. Yeah. He tied up in it some kind of way.
He probably couldn't perform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, his girlfriend has an obsession.
With what?
With what?
Money?
He got a man with one of the richest men in the world, and she has an obsession.
With what?
Leonardo DiCaprio. When she see him, she get wet.
I know he ain't upset about it.
Hey,
I would be. I got all this money, girl. You better.
Why would you be upset, Julia? I mean, that's just like most women are attracted to Denzel Washington.
right.
And they tell their husbands, oh my God, he is so attractive. He's so, they ain't never gonna meet Denzel.
Yeah. But you know what? The problem is with him, he already done told the whole world that his shoe size is not big enough for her.
Well, but the thing is,
he already done told her that.
Yeah, but the thing is that when you get to a certain age, and all of us are pretty much at it now, you're looking for more than that.
Yeah.
So,
no question.
It's
about more than sex.
It's about more than sex. It's about security.
Especially when they get y'all age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But round about Bernard age.
Hey, Jill.
I'm only 36.
Hey.
So,
man, I'm 60 years old. I just want you to slap me on my head, man. I got that.
You 60 and act like you're 26.
I know it. You look like I'm 21. Shit.
You like Tanya. You just like Tanya. Tanya thinks she really 21 years old.
Hey, we feel that way.
Because how you gonna take a picture and then tell me, let me see it? Then if you don't like it, delete it. Girl, you 60. You ain't gotta worry about no damn pictures no more. You 61. You just turned 61. And you worrying about how a picture look? You better get out of here.
Yeah. She know her angles. For one thing.
Well, yeah.
We have an image. We have an image.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just because we old, hey.
This girl here got an obsession. She got all the money in the world at her disposal, can do anything she want to do at the drop of the dime. But I guess she just need to call him and get Leonardo DiCaprio on the team.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
She need to ask Jeff, hey, ain't nothing else you could do for me. You done did everything in the world for me. Bring me Leonardo now.
Hey.
Let me and him make a movie or something. That's what she ought to be telling me.
Might spice up their doggone love life like Will them.
Yeah. Hey. Speaking of love life, Magic Johnson, 30 years later with HIV. 30 years later, on November the 4th, he celebrated 30 years. It ain't celebration, but he noticed 30 years with HIV. Hey. I remember when it happened back in the day.
Yeah.
Not the world.
Yeah. Magic good. He a good friend of mine, right? And he married me and my wife when that came out. Seriously. But you know what? The reason why he's still here, and he always tell us, God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God. It happened at a time where he was the most highly profile basketball player going around, right? And so all of a sudden he came up with HIV. So all of a sudden he told me his thing was to put light on it. If he never came out with it, then it wouldn't have never been focused on light because it would just be normal people, whatever. But he was the first one that came out as a celebrity, quote, 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 came out with it. So then all of a sudden, oh man, Magic. Oh man, and we got to do this. And, so he started out and he started, if it wasn't for him, I told him that if it wasn't for him, I don't think the light of HIV would have been exposed the way he did it. I don't think the Bush guy would have brought him up him. He got mad with the Bush when he was president because he was using Magic as a branch to for his agenda. And then that's why Magic left that shit and say, hey, you know what? But, hey, he's still going strong. He's still, looking good. And, God, God have a way of doing things.
But does it show you that money can save your life because he was on these pills, or it could be just gene makeup or something that the pills helped him? Because back then, you don't hear nothing about AIDS no more and people dying of AIDS no more.
You're right.
but people are still dying of AIDS.
Yeah.
Right.
But you got to remember this. It's this here. Magic Johnson do not have AIDS. He have the virus of HIV.
Yeah, HIV.
Yeah. So that's it. That's what he didn't have AIDS. He was either a carrier or whatever like that. So yes, the medicine, but you got to realize he was this big physical young man that his immune system never broke down.
Yeah.
And so that's why he able to live the way he lived. He started eating right. He started taking care of himself. And people don't realize, each body is different. So he don't have AIDS. He have the virus they call he have the HIV.
Yeah, HIV. Yeah. But it's not even existing in his body because he was on that medication for the last 30 years. And it so I guess
it's rumors. It's always rumors.
Yeah.
The African guy, doctor, somebody, he went to Africa. It's always rumors, quote rumors, of what happened. The reason why he's still alive, but that's a different story. So
yeah. So our next story: the U.S. borders are open again. We got 5 minutes. It's almost 6 minutes to discuss these last two subjects. U.S. borders open again, but you got to show your card. It was closed. You couldn't come in this country.
It was closed for a long time.
Yeah.
You got to have your card to come in, though. You got to show that you've been immunized. That's
and you got to take a test.
Yeah, if you don't have your immunization card, you got to take the test.
I thought it was both.
I don't know about both. I saw it in the news that you got to have one or the other. That you just took it in the last 48 hours. So I don't know, but you got to have that card. I think. What's that, Brian?
So my thing is this here, and people may get mad what I'm about to say, but it is what it is. Yeah. It's like you open the border, right, and you letting people in from another country, but your ass can't damn take care of the people that's in this country, black folks, us. What you know what I'm saying? You allow people. This would get me with this damn country. They allow people to come over in the border, and they can go right now. I guarantee you, all those folks can go right now to Bank America. Don't worry about no credit. All you got to be a foreigner or whatever, and you get whatever you need. But with us as black folk, we got to have a damn credit score of 2,000 before we even get a bucket.
You damn right, man.
You're right.
You're right. Come on now.
You are absolutely right. And it's crazy. That's a good subject for us one day that we can explore. Why are we always the ones
scrutinized?
Yeah.
So that's something that we need to look at, looking into later on. Now, before we're not going, our next thing is for Sandra. This is your subject here, and I need you to just tell me. We're not going to talk about subject number 2 yet. We're going to talk about this ratchet ass town you live in. What the hell is going on in Texas, Houston, Texas in particular?
Man, you tell me, man, because all I know is I'm afraid. I'm afraid to do anything here in Houston. Even going to McDonald's can get you killed. I mean, it's shameful that people have very low care for life here.
Yeah. I mean, all kind of stuff is happening in Houston.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm talking about it just befuddles the hell out of me. I'm every day you look, the mayor of Houston is on TV, and we live in Savannah here.
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta. Tiffany and Robert in somewhere out of town working, and Tiffany is in Athens. We don't get none of that news. We get Houston news every darn week. Y'all do something crazy as hell there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, I promise you, it's not as crazy as the stuff that we're seeing. You know, I mean, it has to be really, really crazy for you guys to see it. But every day we wake up, you know, somebody done been at least two people has been shot on the highway, road rage, you know. If three people don't get killed in Houston every day, you know,
That's a good day.
it's a good day. Yep.
Wow, that's
I
great.
mean, and it is very sad, but that's what's going on.
Has everybody from Chicago moved there or something?
Nope. Nope.
Damn. Yeah.
Nope. Huh.
It's the leadership. It's the leadership.
It's the leadership. I mean, when you have all of these guns just floating around like damn Tic Tacs,
yeah.
You know, I mean, what are you expecting? You know, I mean, no. And then these young people, they crazy as hell.
Yeah.
You know, they wouldn't do an honest day's work to save their grandma. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it is crazy.
It's crazy.
But,
well, that will. I'm not coming. I was coming to watch to see the Houston game. I don't know how far Houston is from Dallas because Atlanta played Dallas this weekend.
3 hours.
Dallas.
Yeah, it's 3 hours.
3 hours. That might be far enough away where you won't get hurt. Maybe you need to move cities too.
Hey.
Go there so me and Bernard can come watch a Dallas game.
Yeah, but you know what? In Houston, it's a lot of partying, a lot of shit going on. A lot. It got nothing to do with, you know, it's Houston. The activity in Houston bring all that. Everybody, you know, they say, hey, you know, where y'all going? Oh, we about to go to Houston. You know, one time you say, oh, where we going to go to California? Now they say we going to Houston.
And then, well, you got a lot of people from Louisiana, you know, New Orleans. And
they're kind of crazy too.
Yeah. You got a lot of those people that's here now, you know. So when you have that, though, I mean, and I'm not painting everybody with a paintbrush.
Right.
I'm just saying.
You're wetting them on holes. Anyway, we go that segues right into our next subject. What the hell? What the hell? This is Houston too. This is Houston.
It's for Houston. Yeah.
What the hell are y'all doing in Houston? What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
Man, you couldn't have paid me $10,000 to be in a crowd in Houston, first of all, you know. But when you mix that with a bunch of young people, and see, they had this problem, you know, it was on a smaller scale back in 2019 when I first moved here, because Travis Scott, he's from Missouri City, which is right like 10 minutes down the street from where I live. Okay. So he was born and raised in Missouri City, and he, you know, comes here every year to do this concert, you know, for Houston, you know, just like Meg the Stallion, you know. But he's young, and they said that he believes in that Illuminati or whatever. And and he sings that type of music. And if y'all notice, I don't know if y'all been watching the news, but it was not a lot of us there.
Nah, you right.
It was these Hispanic and white people was there acting the fool. So I'm just saying. Yeah.
I don't know. That young man. Anytime you go dealing with those Kardashian girls, man, you're
oh my God.
Bruce went from Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn and what his name? The best one. He lost his damn mind, and then you got Kanye West went from Kanye West to he lost his mind, and then Mike holding on. He done lost his mind. Boy, you get with no Kardashian girl shit. You lose hey, those girls make you lose your damn mind.
Yeah,
there's something wrong in
it. I think they got roots on them.
They got stuff, boy. Those girls. Woo.
Can y'all please answer this though? I'm having a little trouble with it because I guess I'm just behind. I guess this old age of mine don't keep me as relevant on top of things as I should be. I do too much news. Who the hell is Travis Scott?
He used to go. He came out in the beginning. He was doing rap music and everything, and so he got famous once he got with the little baby girl, the baby Kardashian. He had Courtney, and she had a girl. The baby one. And
yes. What Kardashian is Travis Scott with?
And he had a baby for her, and then they, once you get with him, man, you get famous, and then all of a sudden, that's how he pushed it, and then, he and so that's what happened. I didn't know him. I didn't really, be honest, I didn't know who he was until he got with that girl, to them. So
I thought, just like Ivan said, when I saw his name, I thought he was a country music singer. I thought it was too. I said, this country music singer that went there and got 50,000 people there and then killed 8 of them and got a little boy, Ben Crump, he on the scene. Ben Crump on the scene down there. He representing the 8-10-year-old or something like that.
Yeah. Because
that got crushes in the coma and they don't expect them to live.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, Crump on the scene, so you know one thing about to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody to get sued.
What they're not doing is they're putting all this on Travis Scott, but they ain't saying nothing about Drake. Drake was in concert with him now.
Well, yeah, they did. They have filed. Somebody filed against Drake also.
Oh, okay.
But the thing about it is that he wasn't the producer. He was just a guest star.
So who's at fault, Sandra?
The producers.
Okay.
The producers are at fault.
Have y'all found out what caused it yet?
Yeah. No. You don't think Travis should have some responsibility in that too?
Well,
because when he was singing, those folks it was a dead man. I'm like, they said it was a dead man. They was bringing him out of there, and a couple people running on the stage said, start the music. He dead, and he kept singing. He kept doing whatever he do. So he should have some responsibility because he the one got it the way to put it the way it is. I mean, if you see somebody in a concert and he dead and y'all passing him out, first thing you say, hey, stop. Start the music, boom. And then you had people running to the stage begging him to stop.
Yeah, I saw that. One guy got up there and his girlfriend had done been trampled on, and then somebody else that was with him got killed. And that was terrible. My biggest thing, this is my biggest thing when I saw the crowd. Houston was on fire with coronavirus not so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got 50,000 people there in a concert like this right here with each other. That's a super spreader.
Exactly. Yeah. And I know good and hell well, because the age range of those people, I know good and hell well, half of them wasn't vaccinated.
Right.
Because it's the younger ones that's not getting vaccinated, along with people like Bernard. But I digress.
Yeah. Why are you busting me out?
Yeah.
Come on.
I digress.
Come on.
That was so slick there.
I know it. Hey, but I look good.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, so ask me what I'm doing. Ask me what I'm doing.
What you doing?
living a dream.
All right. All right.
Living a dream just living a dream. That's it.
Well, it's kind of crazy with
Yeah.
all those people and the amount of the coronavirus is going to have to just tweak. It's going to have to hit the peak again. It's too many people that was too close to each other at that place, and ain't no way in the world I'd have took my kid there. This man took his kid. They had his kid on his shoulders.
No.
He got trampled, and he fell down. The daddy fell down, and they just stumped the little kid. They don't see him. They just running.
They don't see him. Didn't even care.
Yeah.
Did not even care. And see, that is the problem with the whole thing.
I'm gonna have to go listen to some Travis Scott music to see what the hell he's saying.
So, and there's some deep stuff, man. There's some crazy. So, do you think a couple of people I heard say it's the Bible. If you read the Bible and you see some of the things that was happening is in the Bible or whatever like that. This thing it is deep. It's go beyond what we're talking about. You know, folks, he got these folks, man. It was crazy. I'm telling you, it was crazy and scary. If you watch a couple videos that was there, you know, he had these folks just losing their mind.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jew. I need to listen to some of the music too, because I want to know what makes you just jump all over the place, kick people down, and then they were talking about and I know a white person has something to do with this, you know.
White man.
People getting injected into their neck with drugs.
Yeah.
I you know that I know, you know, they don't even have to run the footage on that.
Okay, well, I don't know. Let's talk. Next headline: Travis Scott files for bankruptcy. You're right, Ivan. That's what he's gonna have to do next. He's gonna have to file.
But
you know,
really covers that though.
Yeah, really. The insurance is gonna have to cover, but you know, for a concert that size, I'm sure they ain't had no more than probably $5-10 million worth of liability insurance.
Right. But they'll never get they'll never get insurance to cover them ever again, though.
Right.
That's going to be the problem.
Well, those producers won't. They'll probably have to go. They'll probably send an agent out to make sure that the security, that there's ample security and everything there. So we'll see. Celebrities who lost all their wealth. God, man, y'all got the list.
Yeah.
Y'all got the list.
No.
Yeah.
Let me get
it's on a.
Son, you don't have the list. Mike Tyson, $23 million in debt. $23 million.
Wow.
23 mil in debt. Really?
Yeah.
Larry King, all them shows he did, all that stuff he was doing, and his own show. He should have been the Oprah Winfrey of TV.
Yeah.
The old Oprah Winfrey. The old, Larry King, bro.
Wow.
Next one, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, when he died, was what he was. He was he owed a whole lot of taxes and didn't want to pay him and say he couldn't pay him. I don't know how many.
But he had so much stuff in his estate, though.
Yeah.
Like he had all of those he had catalogs, the Beatles catalogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he wasn't particularly broke. He just didn't have
broke to them is something a little different anyway. They could be still have some millions of dollars and the people are claiming that they're broke. Just like 50 Cent. 50 Cent next on the list. 50 Cent, they say 50 Cent was bankrupt. And you almost think, damn man, this dude made so much music. He had power. He had book 2 of Power. Then he had the 3rd series now that he's doing with Kane, Raising Kane.
But you know what? If he would have kept that, remember he sold that water. He came up the vitamin water. He sold it to Coca-Cola for $100 million. At that time, Coke, that was a steal for Coke. I would have kept it.
But what he did with the money, he hid it.
You know, they live beyond. I mean, when you taking a little boy from the ghetto, and he used to eating peanut butter and jelly and having $5 or $2 in his pocket, and then all of a sudden he having from $2 to $2 million to 200 millions, and boom, it's who you surround yourself with.
True.
Yeah. That's true. Nicolas Cage.
What?
Nicolas Cage. All the movies Nicolas Cage made, and a great actor, 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
All kind of movies. And say Nicolas Cage is broke. It's crazy. These celebrities, when we get through with the list, is going to segue into our 4th subject, but we're not finished with the list yet. We got a few more that we're going to call out. Some of these people I know are not broke.
Yeah. I'm about to say that.
Pamela Anderson.
Well, she ain't done nothing since Baywatch.
They give her $10,000 to put her name on anything. So she could just go 10 days in a row and make $100,000 just putting her name on it, just showing up for an appearance. But you gotta understand, back when she was making Baywatch, they wasn't making as much money as these people are making for sitcoms and TV now. I forgot how much money she made, and they say she's broke. But this one here can't be broke. Can't be. I'm telling you, I don't know how he made the list. Floyd Mayweather, he owed $20 million in taxes. Say he can't pay him.
That's how taxes kill black people, black actors, black entertainers. Taxes.
Yeah. Now, Ivan gave us an interesting fact just now that I did not know. That Nicolas Cage was the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola, director of the Godfather movies. I didn't know that was his nephew, but they all got some connection. But yeah, he's the celebrity hotwire said that he's broke, Ivan. But that's what they say.
Yeah.
But
you know what? If you look at all these people that they say broke, but they still living the luxury life.
Yeah. But that's the thing to do. So many people sue you these days. You might as well hide that money.
Yeah.
He keep his money.
He up under the mattress.
Yeah.
He goes up under the mattress. But y'all see? Do y'all see what they doing now with Venmo and PayPal and stuff like that? If you get more than $600 from like I can pay you, and if you get more than $600 a year with somebody paying you, they report it to the IRS because people have been avoiding taxes, and they're saying that
I know they had something that the Democrats were trying to push through to be super nosy in people's damn business with the $600 rule.
Right.
But they killed that.
Nope, they did not, because it was in the news today.
But they did kill it for the banks. Now the other little money sending transfer firms might still have that in, but they killed that for the banks.
Yeah,
they dropped it for the banks. Tony Braxton, if she broke, me and Bernard gonna give her a couple of dollars.
Well, I think she's broke for 2 reasons. Well, she made money, but she wasn't the owner of her music.
Right?
And then, she had to pay her ex-husband alimony.
Yeah. Hey, but you got to realize too, one thing people don't know on a serious note when you come to these music people, if they see you gonna be a superstar, right? They automatically give you $5 and $6 and whatever $1 million, whatever, and you got to pay it back.
Mm-hmm.
They give you these cars, you got to give it back. They give you money up front.
Yep.
And then it's up to you. Just like New Edition. New Edition been out for so long. The first 10 years, New Edition wasn't making no money. They had to get that money. Once they got that money, they give it to you. Now you got to pay it back. And then if you ain't writing your music, the people who writing your music getting paid more than you.
Yep.
That's what happened with Tony. And when she was with Babyface and all of them, they wrote it, but she had to pay them back. She had to pay that back. You already in debt when you getting all these music. And then those cars, they rental cars. You got the people who, like, you go on the car lot and they say, oh, I'm Tony Braxton. They say, okay, we'll let you have that car. And they give it to them. But shit, you still got to pay for it. And then you don't pay for it, they come to get it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We got 6 more people. Gary Coleman, he died in 2010, dead broke.
What?
Yep.
Gary Coleman died in 2010, dead broke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then you got MC Hammer. He owed the federal government $13 million right now. Can't touch that.
Can't touch it. I know.
But do you really think he owes them that much? Because they would have came and got him just like they did the Isley brother.
Yeah, just like they did Wesley Snipes. They got some people up
done. I'm telling you, man, they don't let us owe that much money without going to doggone prison one time.
They ain't gonna let you owe. They ain't gonna let you owe them $500. They gonna knock it on your damn door, the IRS.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nah.
There go Jimmy J.
Hey,
What up?
how y'all doing?
We all right, Jimmy.
On time, no need.
How y'all doing, good people?
Got to get them headphones, good brother.
Can't pat peep. Can't pat peep.
Hey.
Look like he come for state real quick.
What you say, Daddy? What you say, big bro?
I said, hey, I said, little brother, he coming from Statesboro, Georgia.
You got feedback. Hear me?
Oh, I got the remedy right here coming.
Yeah, we talking about all these people with that were multimillionaires that are now broke and owe millions of dollars in taxes.
Oh man,
Burt Reynolds, $10 million in debt.
Burt Reynolds don't care. He 99 years old. Why he ran that debt up?
Yep.
$10 million in debt. Burt Reynolds. Then you got Dennis
Burt Reynolds
Rodman.
was 70 years old in the 60s.
Yeah, really. You were old. Dennis Rodman owed $800,000 in child support. He
That's
can't
easy.
pay.
Yeah.
Dennis say he partied. He had a party to his house the first 10 years in his career, Monday through Sunday, every single day for 10 years. That's where all this money went at.
That's
Period.
right.
You know, Dennis was a fool. But prime example, they with Iverson, they say Iverson did something that he was smart.
He didn't do that. Reebok did that for him.
No,
That
I'm
was
saying
brilliant.
Reebok. I'm about to say that. Reebok had him sign a contract where he get paid for the next $1 million for the next 30 years or whatever.
Correct.
Yeah. And so that was good. Reebok did it, so it was best security. So he's still getting paid. When he turned 50, yep. That's it. And he's still getting that because he turned and boom. It was a smart move. Learn from it.
How about
They
Kim
want something
Basinger?
for me, get something back.
Kim Basinger, bro?
She brought an island, remember?
Yeah.
An island. Paid $20 million back in the 80s or 90s for an island. She brought
She
an
need to
island.
open up that island and make it a retreat for folk.
She spun $10 million on her lips.
She did. That is true. That is true.
Yeah. But she's dead broke too. And I can't believe this last one. Willie Nelson.
Oh, well, I can believe that.
$16 million in debt.
How much?
16 million in debt he owed the federal government.
Dang.
That's all the marijuana pills and all that marijuana stuff.
No guitars.
He should
Yeah.
have been He should be investing in marijuana plants.
Yeah. Well, we got that segues us into this one that's so important. And I think that this is just so crazy, even though I understand it, living here in this country, but we got 724 billionaires in this country. That's a lot. 724 billionaires, not millionaires. Billionaires. How many of them black?
7.
8.
I was close. It must have added somebody. No, I forgot. Rihanna just got added.
Rihanna just got on.
Yeah.
Yep, Rihanna is a billionaire.
Shit, I thought Jay got moved. I thought Jay added on the list.
Economics.
Economics.
Yeah, but Rihanna is worth 1.7 million.
She just got on there early this year.
Yeah, she did some
Michael Jordan, Jay-Z, Oprah. The guy out. No, he's out.
Tyler Perry is worth 1.1 billion.
But he been on the list. He started losing value, but he's been on the list.
Jay-Z is worth 1.4 billion.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan is worth 1.6 billion. Kanye West is worth 1.8 billion.
Johnson on that list? Yeah, Kanye's on there.
Yeah.
Is Johnson still on there?
Magic
Johnson.
No.
Not Magic.
No.
Johnson used to own BET.
Johnson.
No.
I don't think he on there.
No. He fell off.
Magic Johnson ain't on there?
No.
Nah,
Those are
I'm
the
surprised.
the bottom six.
Yeah.
Those are the bottom six. David Stewart. Yeah, Oprah is worth 2.2 billion. 2.2 billion Oprah is worth. Those are the bottom six. We got 2 black men that are rich as hell.
Yeah, up top. Yeah. I forgot his
They
name.
rich as hell. I mean, they ain't rich as these other people, but they rich. David Stewart, $3.7 billion.
Is he? He's
No, that's
African.
not African.
No,
not here.
He owns.
I know you talking about though.
Yeah.
He owns worldwide technology. If y'all do what y'all supposed to do with all things relevant, we can have our own technology company here and be billionaires.
Yeah.
You know, we just got to make it work.
Right.
Who was the other person?
Robert Smith. Y'all know Robert. He gave all the money to Morehouse College.
Yeah.
All those
Oh,
kids.
yeah, I
tuition.
remember that.
But he got enough damn money to pay all of our tuitions for the last 25, 30 years.
But what does he do?
He owns a private equity company called Vista Equity Partners. He's worth $6.1 billion.
Wow.
Wow, you said it right. Wow.
Yeah.
And he's no longer the CEO.
Shit, he should just step away and let somebody else work that money.
He actually stepped away and sold his shares.
Yeah.
$6.1 billion. They ain't got no banks to put his money in.
He should open up his own bank.
Exactly. That's what he have to do. That's what he have to do, because they only show you up to what? $250,000.
Yeah. But he get it back.
Somebody's a bunch of
I
banks.
wouldn't trust it.
But
he turned around, Bernard. He turned around and divorced his wife and went back after 20-something years and went and found a Playboy bunny.
What?
Yeah. Hey.
That's young enough to be his daughter.
A bunny rabbit?
Yep.
Yeah. That's how they do.
Chandra X, I don't know why them men folk do that stuff.
That's how
Yeah,
they do.
I mean that's what they do.
That's what. Hey, they're gonna need somebody. Shit, they're gonna need somebody to either push him in the wheelchair or push their ass down the step. I mean, if you 100 and she 100, so he got to get something young to push him with.
Who that was singing that song just now? I'm living my best life.
Living my best life.
I'm gonna do the Tupac dance.
Hey, yep. At the end of the day, man.
Man, 8 billionaires out of 724 billionaires in this country. There are 8 African American billionaires, the richest one being $6.1 billion.
But
Robert Smith.
Yeah,
but that is a prime example of systematic racism as it concerns economics, because it's not that we don't know what we're doing, and it's not that we're not capable of having our own businesses and all that, but when we don't have access to capital, and when we have not, when there's not been generational wealth building, because we just started maybe in the 80s, or I'll give it the 70s, being able to build wealth. But it didn't really kick in for us until after they put a couple of laws in place and stuff like that. But they were still redlining and not giving us money to have our own companies and things like that, start our own businesses. So, the hell with that.
Yeah, but when you look at the list of the top 10, all of them are tied to generational wealth, that's recent generational wealth, like Amazon, Google, Facebook, Elon Musk with Tesla. I'm looking at, you said the guy is 6.8. You got Elon Musk. Elon Musk is sitting at $281.6 billion. And all that's tied to the stock market and what happened with Tesla and flipping the market and Bitcoin. He played with Bitcoin too, and cryptocurrency and all that stuff like that. I mean, all that's tied to those avenues of financial gain. And the thing about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is, it's a game that everybody can get into, but you got to play with the risk on it. And a lot of young people have made the millionaire list playing with cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
I gotta get some Bitcoin when I get some bit money.
And one thing people don't realize too is that during this pandemic, the rich got richer.
Oh yeah,
the richest got richer.
Top 10. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry, brother.
Some of them that was in the top 10 for us, everybody, they got rich. Period.
Correct.
They didn't lose nothing. They got period.
Top 10: Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bernard Arnault, Bill Gates. Y'all know that name.
Yeah.
Larry Ellison, Larry Page, Sergey Brin. Y'all know this one next. Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Steve Ballmer, and Warren Buffett. And if you look at all the organizations they're tied to, the organizations: Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, software, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. Microsoft got 3 billionaires on here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know what, though? This is bad. And y'all think, and I'm not lying. Listen, I'm not lying to y'all. I promise y'all this on everything I love. I tried to get a group of us to invest in Microsoft years ago when they first hit the market. I was reading Black Enterprise magazine. And I saw what they were doing, Bill Gates, and I saw Microsoft, and I tried to get every one of us to put $1,000 in Microsoft. This 1990.
Y'all have been very well.
Yeah.
But I went and brought what I went and brought. I went to the magazine stores in Savannah and brought 50 magazines, I believe, 50 or 100 of that magazine. I sent it to people and told them this is what we're going to do. And I had some people that were willing and we were going to do it, but then some unforeseen things happened. I got messed up and the dream died. But we would all be millionaires right now today. And I'm serious. Microsoft was one of the stocks I was looking at, and it was cheap as hell back then. Anybody investing $1,000 in Microsoft back then is a millionaire today.
It was a penny stock. It started off
Yeah.
as a penny stock.
No. Yeah.
Microsoft started as a penny stock.
That's a very, 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 very true story, y'all. Very, very, very. But do y'all think that these billionaires that are on this list, are they doing enough? What are they doing as far as giving back? Or do y'all think they need to do more? Are they doing enough? Or what?
I think Bill Gates was giving away tons of money back at one point.
Yeah,
I mean, he was
he
just
was.
donating everything and then turn around and get more money coming. I mean, I can't say that Elon Musk probably ain't doing much at all. But when it comes down to giving back, what kind of terms do you think they need to give back? Who do they need to give back to?
Yeah.
Well, if you're talking about the black billionaires.
Okay, you talking about them. Okay.
Yeah.
And Warren Buffett said he gonna give all his money away before he died.
Yeah.
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 I don't know, but you know what? I don't think. I'll give you a prime example. You remember when Michael Jordan? So he's on the list. You remember when Michael Jordan? They always say, "Well, Mike don't give back to the community. And Mike don't do this, and Mike don't do that, and Mike don't speak out on different things and everything." Yeah, at the end of the day, some true, some not true. Because at the end of the day, he was given. He don't have to go in front of the camera and say, "I'm doing this, I'm doing that." But if you look at it and research in Google, he was doing more for black people than black people were doing for themselves. At the end of the day, he ain't gonna come up and pick I pick this person for president, I'll pick this person. He ain't gonna do all that. But his brand, it was his brand. He was more concerned about his brand. Now look at him now. He giving more now than he ever had, and people see it now. It's the way you do things. You can't always criticize somebody when you don't know because he's not in the camera. He speaks. Sometimes people speak out behind closed doors.
Mm. Yeah,
well, I think about Mike, and we give Mike a hard time, but Mike was being put on a pedestal as far as being the example for the NBA.
Yeah.
And when you're the example, Trent, even if you want to speak out sometimes, and as much as I want to see more people speak out, you sometimes hold the mantle of not being able to be that voice of reason all the time. And so I think Mike should have spoke out more often than he should have. But I also understood that, remember at one point in time, Bernard, you know this better than anybody, they were willing to change out the NBA logo to the Jordan logo if it wasn't been owned and tied to Nike. Because if Nike didn't have that much tie into it, they were going to change the NBA logo into the Michael Jordan logo.
Michael Jordan, right? Yeah, and they want to change it now. They want to change the logo now to Kobe. But because
I heard about that too.
They do. They want to change it, but Jerry West will always be there because white guy, blah. That's a different story. Yeah. So at the end of the day, but we just need them to play basketball. We don't need to be in the feature of basketball.
What would you do if you were a billionaire to give back to your community, Jay?
ATR will be the biggest platform in America. I will reinvest in ATR to be in the biggest platform because I think that we need it'll be WATR.
Okay, and that's what we need.
WATR, because we would have to have some kind of news outlet right there expressing the viewpoints of the people who are not being expressed right now. Fox, they got Fox News, they got WNSBC. They got all those news outlets. We should have our own news outlets. It seems like when we had BET was bought and sold and traded away, and now it's been watered down. We can't get anything. TV One tried to make a comeback, and he tried to do it, the bootleg version of it. It didn't do anything. I just think that we need our own news outlets and our own publications to be able to express ourselves. That way we can control the narrative as far as what's being put out there.
Has anybody been watching Charlemagne the God?
Every blue moon. It's now that you mention it, I get caught up. But I only look at it when I watch it, when mention it.
Yeah, I watch him. He got a pretty good show. I like it.
Yeah. I pick it back on Lil J. I pick it back on Lil J, brother. I would do the same thing. Because you know what, Jules, and people don't realize, and they always say, I'm kissing Jules' ass. Okay, well, I am, because that's my boy. You know, hey.
Man, you my brother. Ain't no such thing.
Yeah, because you know what? I get my news, and this serious. I get my news when I watch ATR. Period. I don't watch nothing else. If somebody asks me something, I'll like, okay, I need to go to them and find out, because y'all, you bringing it, and you bringing it where people truly need to know. It's a lot of people in our Black community don't know nothing about news unless they hear from here. Period. At the end of the day, and I think people need to share more and invest in more and give us what we can give our people at the end of the day. And that's just how I feel. And one thing, I be having people hit me in my inbox, right? And they be joking. It was like, are you the same person? Are you the same person on America After Dark? Because when you on Wayne's, it's totally different. I'm the same damn person. I'm just more calmer. I'm just more calm. That's it.
All right. I got something I'm gonna say to two people on here. One, don't duck, and the other one, don't go Malcolm X on me. Oh, no, he ducked before I can even put it up. Van Johnson's $84,000 office renovation. $84,000 to renovate his office.
Wow.
Can I take this?
Hey, before you take it, Bernard, maybe it's because he had to have a secondary office for his music studio. Go ahead, Bernard.
You know what?
That was a good one.
I don't know, man.
Go ahead, Bernard.
He retrofitted it for the music studio. You got to keep it going, man.
When they come up for a mayor election, a new mayor in Savannah, when they come up?
When you move in town?
There it is.
I mean, but
2023 to answer your question. 2023 to answer your question, Bernard. Yeah.
You know what?
You have to be back in Savannah by August of 2022 to be able to run for mayor.
Hey,
But if you just let me know, I'll let you move into my house, and you can use my address starting tomorrow, and we can just do what Van been doing forever, because he actually live in Hinesville. But I'm gonna leave that alone. Dang, I done said two things, Julius. That's why I don't like coming on your show, because you get me in trouble, man.
Yeah, but you know what he doing? Hey,
he run for mayor of Hinesville next.
Ain't enough people in Hinesville.
Hey, this brother, I'm telling you right now, I never took care about him. Even when I first met him, whatever, at Savannah State, I already knew he was boom. At the end of the day, that's another subject. But you know what he doing. He patting the pocket of the people that's patting his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Touchdown.
Say that again, brother. Say that again.
Pocket that's patting, people patting his pocket. That's why he can do an $83,000 renovation on his office, because he giving them, you know what, more than whatever. Hey, you slap my hand, I slap your hand, brother. Boom, we good to go.
And you know what they always say: follow the money.
Yeah.
But this is taxpayers' money that he used. This taxpayers' money he used.
Yeah.
So let's get this straight, Jude. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Who did he contract with to do that renovation? Who did he contract with to do that renovation? I bet you
I wouldn't even care
his
about
friend.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, because you know it wouldn't matter, because that's the chump change in comparison to all the contracts he signed off on. So
yeah,
true.
I mean that's. I mean, I hear what you're saying, Mama, but I just don't see him. But my thing is, y'all thought it was gonna be something different when he didn't do anything for 16 years over there on the west side of Savannah.
Oh no, I never thought it was gonna be anything different. Julius Hall did
something different. Oh,
well, Julius Hall. Julius Hall hoped.
Damn. So you're gonna roll tonight.
No. I'm gonna look out. Chandra, we were given two people that we had to hold our nose and make a decision, Chandra.
That's right.
Yeah. Ain't no different than Trump and Biden. We get two devils. Excuse me.
Let me hold. Y'all ain't gonna get me in trouble today, man.
We
No,
can't
sir,
get,
no,
you
sir,
can't
no,
get him
sir.
in trouble with the Biden administration.
No, sir, no,
Hey,
sir. Because
you
I'm
can talk
trying to.
about Trump
I'm
all you
trying.
want.
We all's trying to get on the Biden administration. You ain't gonna get me in trouble. We
I'm
all in Savannah trying to get on that Biden administration.
Hey, tell him he can talk about Trump all he wants.
You can dog out Trump, but we trying to get on Biden administration.
Yeah, but y'all did say keep it real though.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But how do you get an expenditure, Jay? You know that it's what $25,000. Everything else got to get approved by the council. How do you get a 83, 84,
It depends.
$84,000?
It depends on where you pull the money from. If you pulled it from, what we should be doing is doing a request, open records request to find out where did he pull that money from. If it came from cash, like cash substances like parking is cash, and if you have any luau where he can pull out cash to pay for stuff like that, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's legal. I mean, it depends on how he pays for it. It depends on what pocket he pulls it from. And he could have pulled it out of that
So it don't
they
have
call
to be
that the cash
okayed by
fund.
nobody else.
Huh?
It don't have to be okayed by nobody else besides
No,
the
the
city.
man just made 2 appointments to the hub. It's a federal
Yeah.
designation, and nobody questioned that. I mean,
Exactly.
and watch this, and then nobody showing them dang meetings. So I mean, yeah, he can do what he want. He tried to do the enabling act to give him the authority he's doing anyway, and he understands in the end people are gonna still, in his mind and opinion, he thinks that people gonna still vote him back in office, so he don't care. That's why he does it.
Exactly what he thinks.
And my question to you is who gonna run against him? Bernard, I hear you saying it, but who's gonna run against him?
Yeah.
That's my question.
So he must be put a script club in that office.
Yeah.
$83,000. Good
And
Lord,
then
what
the
do
other
you-
thing, and now that I think about it, because he is the only person who has technically an office there, it could be a special, it could be in his budget, and he just uses money from his budget.
But you know, they were putting
It's called sole
other,
source, and I like that.
they were putting other the other council people in the building, and then he killed that, and then do their office. That's crazy.
Well, he don't have the right to do that. That should have been voted on. If it depends. Let me take it back. It depends if it was voted on for them to go in those bazillions. Because in the county is different. The county, the chair can do those kind of moves. In the city, you can't. The city is not a sole proprietorship tied to the mayor. He has to get city council buy-in. But you have to force the narrative and issue of forcing him to get city council buy-in. They're just not doing a good job. He don't have to do it because he's got 4 people. If they say take your clothes, if he say take your clothes off, they already got their clothes off before he finished the statement. So when you got that kind of counsel, you can do that.
So was this a good thing during economic pandemic times, that the hardships that people are having, for you to spend $84,000 on renovating your office? Now, that was only one thing that I do agree with. What he probably did was put security in it, because nobody should have free access to walk right into the office. And if some up was done for security, then that's fine.
How you've been to the state, you've been to the building, right?
Yeah.
How can anybody have free access to walk into that
Exactly.
You do. You can. Once you get past that metal detector,
Okay.
you could walk right on into the upstairs, the second floor, and go into his office.
So you think somebody really gonna have one of them plastic guns to go walk in the office to do something to Van? I'm
just
lost,
saying,
bro.
Jay. I'm just saying. I'm a QAnon guy. You know.
Oh, you
know
done became a QAnon guy? Oh, they got that recorded too. You in trouble.
What'd you say, Bernard?
The prime example is this here. What you do in the dark will come to light.
True.
So whatever he doing in the dark, it's gonna come to light. Let him piss the wrong white folks off and see what happens.
Bernard, was get rid. He done pissed them off already, Bernard. And I'm gonna say it's like this, and somebody gonna get mad at people what I'm about to say, Bernard.
Go ahead.
The man gonna flip on all of us.
Yep.
And he gonna become the people's mayor next year, and he'll be ready to run in 2023. And all y'all Negroes out there we love him. We told you he really cared about us. He just was blind the first 2 years, but now he sees the right way. And if we don't see the writing on the wall, we don't see the
Really?
writing on the wall.
But his followers here are like Trump followers, though. This man could
Blind.
go down on Broughton Street and shoot 5 people, and they'll still say, "Why are we complaining about why he shot those 5 people?"
Yeah.
They are really the most, the ones that be there defending him. I mean, have you ever seen him do anything wrong?
Yeah.
Nothing.
He from
Ever.
New York. Ain't
Never.
Yeah, he a New Yorker.
he from New York.
He
Yeah.
from New York.
Hey, there was some slick joke. Trust
Wait
me.
a minute.
I'm
I'm from Brooklyn also.
Ho, ho.
That's for another show. That's for
Sir.
another show. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
Leave that alone.
Because that's what you're not gonna do. I mean,
The man has his own driver.
Economics.
No man has had his own driver and own car to drive. His economics. He's killing the economics. He got his own.
But
driver.
okay, but I'm gonna say now I'm gonna play devil's advocate. What's wrong with that? In this day in society, with all the craziness going on, what's wrong with that?
Well, that's true. If the council would have approved it for him, yeah, it ain't nothing wrong
But
with
the
it.
thing is, if you know what, and being honest with you, Julius, and I haven't taken the time to do this, have you looked at the budget tied to his thing? I know that city council didn't look and dumb down to the budget to see what his expenditure cost is that he has available to be able to spend for that kind of stuff.
And he might
Because
be spending
knowing
that
the kind of person Van is, he could have slipped that money into that whole piece, and we
Yeah.
never know about it.
Yeah,
And then he didn't have to put it in his budget. He could have put it in the Savannah Police Department budget, and we didn't even realize and know that it was slipped in there.
you're correct. Security for the mayor. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
And
right.
he didn't even have to say security for the mayor. He could just put $50,000 extra for special projects. And the special
yeah,
projects
and he's a
is
special project. Yo,
You never know,
question.
man.
Well,
So what
somebody
is,
need.
what,
Go ahead,
what
Brown.
is the mayor? My question is, what is the mayor's responsibility? What is the mayor's responsibility?
Economics.
You know, if you mayor of Savannah, Georgia, what is your responsibility?
He's the CEO of the city. He's the head of the city. The city manager's the COO. He operates the city.
Economics.
So,
economics.
his job
Listen
is to
me,
run the
Bernard.
city.
Don't listen
But
to him. Listen to me. It's economics, Bernard.
But
Economics.
he cannot do what he wants to do because it's not a strong mayor form of government.
Translation: he is not the CEO. He is just the person who is the splitting vote for the city council, and he just controls the narrative because he understands the power structure that he has his 4 votes that go along with everything he say, and so therefore that's what makes him a strong mayor government in a non-strong mayor society.
Yeah, and he got a guy he trying to hire to come pick all his dry cleaning up too. So that job is over.
Probably
that job is not available. Okay.
It's over.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be fair and honest to him. Eddie DeLoach had paid what's in there? I can't think that boy named the redhead. Just to walk around and look stupid. So I mean, I can't.
The big
I'm
old
not
one?
gonna pick on Van
what
unless we're gonna
was the
pick
boy
on
name?
Eddie too. Eddie had his crony too.
Yeah, Sullivan. Ooh,
Yeah, Sullivan. That's his last name,
Yeah,
Sullivan.
he
And
paid
then
Sullivan.
turned around. Sullivan turned around and was getting paid $60,000 to do that, and then turned around because he did that, got a job in Atlanta making double that. So I mean,
But you know what? We all, hey,
hey.
we all got drivers. Shit, call an Uber.
Well, it was $25,000 for walls.
He
And
want the right color walls.
I think I saw what the walls were. There was a video that the alderwoman did the other day, and I saw all these partitions, glass partitions, look like they might be bulletproof or something. So that might be the walls that he
So
put
he's
up.
scared.
I
He's
don't
scared he's
know.
gonna get shot at. I mean,
I don't know. But
well,
at
the
least,
way he do people, he should be afraid.
and then the other thing is this, Julius, and I'm
That
just playing
karma's
devil's
gonna
advocate.
come back.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate on this again, Julius. When was the last time that office had been updated? I mean,
well,
if
if
it
you
had
look
been
at
updated
go back,
in 20, 30 years,
no,
maybe
it's
it
the best
should have
office
been.
in the whole city hall. If you go back and look at
it's the best
alderwoman-
office in the city of Savannah.
Yeah, right. Hey, if you go back and you look at No, it was second to Al Scott's home. Al Scott office.
No, Al Scott had plush carpet. He
Yeah.
had plush polar bear
Al Scott had
on
an
the
office.
floor.
I lived in the office.
Al Scott had a
was
polar
impressed.
bear with the county symbol in the back of the polar bear saying,
Yeah,
"We in this thing."
I was impressed with Al's on. But if you go back and you look at the city alderwoman's Keisha Gibson Carter's video from yesterday,
Yeah.
she walked around the entire city hall and showed where that money should have been spent at. Cracks in the wall, leaking ceilings, columns that needs to be replaced, the break room for the people, the bathrooms that she won't even sit on the toilet in, and you spending $83,000 upstairs in your office.
So we just gonna dedicate another $83,000 to fix all them stuff she's gonna say.
Well, that's what they need to do.
You know what? Let me say this here, and y'all can throw me off the show, but I'm gonna say this: all this is a bunch of bullshit. At the end of the day, I am so tired of these damn black folks out there thinking that they can get our votes and they gonna help us, and they ain't gonna do shit for us. Y'all need to stop voting for these damn people and put them in office. $83,000 for an office. What the hell do you think you is, man? That could have been feeding almost the whole thing of people who don't even eat, and kids need it. Back food and all that. Man, I am so tired of the Savannah bullshit that y'all staying down there living with. It's a damn shame. And who don't like what I say, you know what? I am
Julius.
I think they're doing it
Hey,
also.
man, we're going to change you. We're going to change Bernard to the David Banner or something, right? He just turned the Incredible over nothing. I mean, we going to
Well, they not only doing it here.
I love you, big bro.
They're doing it in other cities too now.
Man, I know
we live here, and you're right. And that we should all be tired of it, and we all should be up in arms, not in arms, but we should be outraged by it.
Julius Bernard, I hear you, Bernard. But my thing is this: I think that it's a testament to politics what's happening right now. Everybody's touching the limits and testing what they can and cannot do, and being able to get rid of and get away with. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Chandra. I think that we should have spent that money somewhere else other than in that office. However, Julius, would it have been acceptable if we said it was $300,000 spent on the whole building and maybe 84 was spent on his office and the other 220,000 was spent everywhere else? Would that have been acceptable?
I wouldn't have had a problem with it, but I do have a issue with it being that this is what happened. I know some people probably out there, his haters who hate me, would probably say, "Well, what you got to do with it? You live in Fort Wentworth. I own property in West Savannah, and I have a business license."
So we know who's gonna run for mayor. Then we know who's gonna run for mayor, Bernard.
But we talking about an office. We talking about office. Just like Iverson say, we here talking about practice.
We talking about practice? We talking about practice?
We're talking about an office. You better go be in that damn office.
No, it ain't. He live in that office.
He lives in
that office.
He need to get out and get him a home and get out of house.
He live in that house.
He lives.
Too far for him to go to Hinesville to go home. I mean, he live in that office.
They come see him every single day. I ain't never seen the news come to City Hall every single day.
You didn't catch that, did you?
Man.
Every single day, the news comes to the City Hall.
Julius didn't catch that.
What you said?
2027.
I said it's too far for him to go home in Hinesville.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, too far. But what, my thing is somebody, is there an ethics complaint or something that can be made? I mean, I'm not calling, it ain't, I like Van, the person. I just don't like Van, the politician, because he lies too damn much every time he opens his mouth.
Like him.
And so that's my problem with it.
We done got 3 more views, so now his people done clicked in and started watching the show. So they filming it for him right now. See, Van, they got their camera. See, Van, that's what he's saying right there. They looking in the show like this.
Hey, Blake, I stand up to him. Hey, Van, Google me and we can talk.
Why isn't the mainstream media in Savannah and this area concerned with what is going on at City Hall with the blatant?
Because Van drums up news for them, and my thing is, if WSAV, WTSC, WJCL doesn't have Van or something tied to Van really reporting, on the local front, what do they have? Tell me, what do they have news-wise?
Yeah.
What?
And people got to understand the establishment here and everywhere else. What you have is a news media, mainstream news media that hates, that will not say anything negative about this man, because the owners of these stations play golf and are best friends with all the other people that are doing all the building and everything.
Yeah.
So they already had these conversations to leave him alone, and that's what they do, because they all feed each other.
Yeah.
And so
But
when they got ready to get rid of Edna, they crucified him.
Bernard, the day is November the 10th, 2021. Mark my word. By the end of 2022, every news outlet will be taking for blood on Van Johnson. Mark my word, by the end of next year. Mark my word. They will turn on him next year, because the thing is, his life usefulness will expire at the end of 22, and election year is 2023, brother.
I haven't said he think he's Franklin Roosevelt with those fireside chats that Franklin Roosevelt used to do.
Yeah.
Every day, every single day, they're at City Hall. I've never seen anything like it. Never. But I guess
remember Franklin Delano Roosevelt stopped doing the fireside chats his fourth year. He didn't do it his fourth term.
Oh. In the last year.
Remember the fourth term, it was his wife doing everything in the White House.
Oh yeah, because he was in a wheelchair.
He was in a wheelchair in a coma.
So who's running for mayor? So who's running against him for mayor?
Bernard America.
There you go. Hey.
Sandra might move back. Bad as Houston is.
Huh?
At the end of the day, man, it's like this. Be truthful to the people, man. People I'm telling you right now, man, we tired or sick of being tired at the end of the day, That's why I guarantee you in 2022, and in 2024, it's gonna be less and less and less more black people going to the poll and vote.
And you're right, but
that should be a subject right there.
One of the things, exactly, Jay, and that's one of the things that I want you to dig into. You got like the in Atlanta, they didn't want Kasim Reed back, and they didn't vote him back.
They showed up. They showed that they didn't want him back too.
But I want you to look at this fact here. I got a call this morning. Early this morning, I got a call from a friend of mine that was well, I ain't gonna get into that part. He lives in Georgetown, South Carolina. He does what I do here, but he does it on a bigger scale. He represents presidents and everybody, presidential candidates rather, and U.S. senator candidates and everything. Donald Gilliard, he's a political strategist in South Carolina. He said their whole council and the mayor, which is Shirley James's brother, Brandon, they all lost Tuesday. No, last Tuesday.
So the slate that so it was pretty much a slate then.
I don't know. Every black that was running in there, the 4 blacks that were running lost. He said, man, I don't know how y'all did it. He said these white people are mad. They came out and voted. The Trumpites, he said they came out at 44%. 44%.
And so what you saying is turnover in color in Atlanta?
No, this was Georgetown, South Carolina.
Oh, okay, Georgetown. Okay, I got you.
No, what? I mean, you know that the people in the traditional red states, they are mad, and they are going to come out. And even the ones that are in these purplish states, like Georgia is going to turn back red during the midterm. I promise you that. Because
when did Georgia turn blue?
Well, Georgia turned blue this past cycle.
No, are you sure it's blue, or are you looking?
Well,
I don't consider federal seats to
paint.
consider Georgia being blue.
Well,
I consider only seats that are tied to Georgia when we talking about Georgia being in blue.
Yeah, statewide.
You understand what I mean, Sandra? My thing is this.
Only here.
Watch this. Reason why I say that is a state senator or U.S. congressperson has to negotiate with the other 50 states. With somebody in Georgia, like the governor, doesn't have to negotiate with anybody else but Georgia. And so that's why I say,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it in our heads not to accept the fact that whether right now it's 8-8 on the U.S. House seats. I mean 8-6 on the U.S. House seats, and 8-6 on the U.S. House seats, and we have 2 U.S. senators. But I want it understood that they have to collaborate with the other ones from other states in order to make anything happen. And we see that on the national trend. That don't represent Georgia. That represents the nation. They just happen to live in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to talk about people who actually can change the trend in Georgia, like the public service commissioner, the governor, the lieutenant governor, the insurance commissioner, the labor commissioner, the secretary of state, ag commissioner, attorney general. Those are people who can actually change my narrative in the state of Georgia. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's when you change those people. That's when you make the state of Georgia blue. We are still a red state. I don't want anybody and I understand. Chandra says I know what you're saying, but I just want to understand the people. We got to make sure that we understand when we want to turn this thing blue. We want to turn it where everything changes January for us to be blue.
Yeah, but on a serious note with that, little bro, is this: whether it's red or whether it's blue, how you gonna get us people to get back to the polls like we was last year?
We're not going back to polls.
It's not gonna happen.
We're not going back to the polls.
It's not gonna happen.
Around America, we are not going back to the polls.
Nope.
Because
a failure of policy.
Because we're not seeing any movement. And if we're jumping up and down, still begging them to give us policing laws, police reform, voting reform, and reparations, and inflation is so high, they kiss our asses.
But listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
I agree, Sandra.
Yeah.
Listen. We have one mission, and the only thing that'll motivate people to come back to the polls is Donald Trump.
That's not even gonna
it should scare the hell out of you.
No, because you know what people are gonna say?
A second term of Donald Trump should scare the hell out of every
won't
damn
be a second term, he'll be
Democrat.
a first term.
Huh?
He'll be a first term.
Hey, but you know what?
No, it's gonna be a second term.
Well,
he'll be a Grover Cleveland.
His first term of Donald Trump.
He'll be a Grover Cleveland. He'll be a Grover Cleveland.
Yeah.
But Grover Cleveland was the 22nd and 24th president.
He'll think it's a mandate to send all y'all asses back to Africa. What'd you say, Bernard?
But the thing is that people will think of this. People will think of how low their gas prices were.
Nobody care about no gas when you got an idiot in the White House.
But no. Because see, I look at my pockets.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have no pockets when he put you on that plane.
No.
Boy,
because
boy.
when my paycheck and inflation is not meeting, people look at their finances. And are you better off today than you were? Yeah, the asshole in it that was in the White House. And this is the thing. People will say, well, I know this devil, but I don't know this devil.
You rather know the devil you rather meet the devil you know than the devil you don't know.
Exactly. Here it is. Biden promised. He ain't doing nothing.
You're absolutely right about that. But this is my thing. I woke up for the last 4 years with this man wondering what the hell was going to happen in this country. You don't want that type of anxiety. This presidency is the only one that ever gave me that kind of hopelessness. Was his presidency.
Right.
So you really think that Girl, they coming out.
I'm not saying now. I don't even think he's gonna be around to be able to get. Hopefully, he won't be around to be able to have an opportunity to get a second chance at it.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, y'all don't think this inflation was kind of created because of the narrative of Biden being in office and the people who really control. We talked about it earlier. Who controls the $1 billion? Y'all don't think that they had anything to do with pushing the inflation so that they can say the Democratic administration is not doing it what it is? We always have to deal with it every time we put a Democrat in office because they're going to create some kind of narrative to put distrust in Democrats. Now, I'm not saying I trust Biden when I say that, but I'm saying that some of this inflation is created by entities because they want to put mistrust in the democratic process. I will say that.
Well, you might be right about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? It's, whether Trump come or don't come, I think what had happened, and because I be around, young folks and talk and everything, what happened is, people, especially young people, are very disappointed. And at the end of the day, even if Trump run or don't run, I still don't think the turnout's gonna come because they're afraid that they don't want him.
Hey, big bro, you ever saw that movie with Chris Tucker back in the day when he ran for president?
Yeah.
And at the very end of the movie, they showed California and they said, "Oh, he might win," and then all the white folk came out them houses and ran to the polls and voted. Julius, if Trump get on that ballot, you best believe we gonna go to the polls and vote. Now I'm gonna tell you now, but no, I don't know. I'm not gonna say we're gonna run like they did, but
right.
But no, we're gonna show up to them polls.
Man,
if a poll is available, we're gonna show up the polls.
See it no more. I was glad because I was just tired of fighting with that man for 4 years at the end of the day. But you know what? It's like this on the serious note is this. Man, do what you say you're going to do and stop bullshitting the people. Because everybody think that they can bullshit the black community and we'll believe
Y'all gotta watch your language.
Excuse me. And they will believe everything that people tell us at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, I'm with you, Daddy. I'm with you on that.
Man, it's like, and everybody, they always want us to political correct, they always want us to be polite. When y'all gonna stop? At the end of the day, enough is enough for all that being polite.
Exactly.
Everybody get mad. Everybody get mad at me about the statement I was about to say right now, Bernard. But the Atlanta Braves just won the pennant. UGA look like they getting ready to win the national championship. And guess who on the sideline every game, Chandra X? That boy Herschel Walker. And in the crowd, every time anybody runs the ball, they say, Herschel, run. Yeah. Now, Julius Hall, I'm going to tell you just like this, man. Y'all can write it down. Y'all can tell the Democrat Party I said this. If UGA wins this national championship, I don't care if Herschel can put 3 words together. He's going to be a hard person to beat.
Hey, you know what? You're right. But, hey, Jules, y'all check this out. When the Brandon Braves was playing here in Atlanta, who was to their first 2 games?
Herschel Walker.
And who else?
Kemp.
And
Kemp is there too.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't sitting with Kemp either.
Nah, they building it up. I'm telling y'all, better watch out.
He was sitting with your boy. Probably Vernon was probably there.
Seriously. I don't know, man. We gonna be in trouble.
We need the media to report just like we are, because here at ATR we try to give you the truth. We try to bring you the news that they're gonna cut up and slice and dice for you to give to you. But we're gonna give it to you uninterrupted, uncut, and raw. And so I don't know why the news media isn't upset with what's going on in Savannah, but we'll see. We're going to get to our last couple of subjects. The Still Held Tower debacle.
Where is that at?
It's over there on Waters and 63rd.
Oh, that's over there by Memorial Hospital, ACH. Oh, that's that tower.
Yeah, that's the tall building.
That's the one that ain't got no elevator, and it's tied to
and it didn't have an elevator in a while.
I like how you put my. Oh, I like how you put my face there first.
That's ridiculous, though. That's really ridiculous.
Is that a building in Atlanta, Georgia?
That's a building here in Savannah, Georgia.
Ah,
That's Savannah, Georgia. Stillwell Tower.
66 Waters Avenue.
And
So
believe me,
what's wrong with
66
Stillwell
Waters Avenue.
Towers?
they got one elevator working now. They had none, and it's deplorable conditions. I
That
heard
one part of
there.
their exercise program, they had to walk the stairs.
No.
You still
And they made them lift their arms too by pressing the button and not using a cane.
Touchdown!
Vans said that they were damaging the elevators because their wheelchairs were
Who
heavy.
cares?
What the hell is
The
he
elevator.
talking about?
That's a HIPAA violation. If you have anybody who needs wheelchair access and they can't get on the elevator, they ought to be ashamed of themselves.
But if you listen to city council yesterday, he said he was reading their report. They had glaring reports. Everything was fine over there. He can't do anything until they send some money from the feds. You can't spend that $57 million that you got sitting there doing nothing with on these people.
He should have let them borrow $84,000.
Exactly.
Okay.
Fix the elevators.
But
Could have
you
given
know
that
what?
$84,000 to fix the elevator. Boy, you
He
be
could have.
ready.
He could have painted the elevators.
It's these elitists. It's the elitist mentality down there that kills me.
yeah.
You know, and I'm telling y'all, God is not dead and he is not asleep. And all of us money can't buy your health, and we're going to have to go that road, and if it's not you, it's going to be your mama. So, I mean,
Now,
keep
Chandra, we got to put some of the blame on the voters now.
But you don't vote people like that girl, the lady that's running that's running the housing authority in.
Yes, but you vote the people on city council that make the appointments to people on that board who can hire and fire that young lady you spoke of.
True.
Because the board of directors is responsible for holding her accountable.
And guess what? Even though Van has been unitopically speak, I'm trying to think of the word, the word when you do everything by yourself. Even though he's made the appointments by himself, the last two appointments, it's still somebody who was voted on to put in those positions.
Yeah. And
unilaterally
speaking, that's what I was trying. That
But
was trying to
there's still people lives in that building. There's still people lives in that building. And the first thing you think about, okay, how did it get this way?
Exactly. And this is not anything new. This
look
has
at
been
look
going
at
on
the
for a
building,
long
y'all.
time.
Look at the building. Wouldn't y'all like to own that? Wouldn't you
know
like to
Scad- I
turn
know-
that into
I know-
luxury apartments?
I know Scad would like to own it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's rumors that SCAD already got a handshake on getting it. It seems like there's some conspiracy, and somebody needs to come in here and investigate, because it's a conspiracy to get rid of all this prime real estate, let it go into a deplorable condition, and then say you can't fix it, shut it down, move the people out, let it sit for a year, and sell it to who you want to sell to.
Yep.
I think we need. I think we need to bring Nino Brown in here.
Somebody need to come.
Nino Brown to know how to do it. I mean,
No.
I'm joking when I say that, but
Chris Rock.
or Chris Rock.
Somebody.
But I thought
need
it
to
was.
come.
I thought it was Stillwood Towers off of. I think that was Stillwood Towers on that tour too.
Why does this administration still act like it's a dictatorship? And I tell you, this man lied. You trying to tell us ain't nothing wrong. That's what he told us. Y'all watch City Council yesterday? He read a report from the fire department with all the stuff that they did. They just like the damn Yates Astro here. 8 years I've been living here. I ain't never met the Yates Astro man, but they send me a damn bill for $350 a year. I ain't never met him. And I told them, don't send me more damn bills until the man knock on my door and show me what he doing. I got Ring doorbell. I got cameras outside. I
You ain't never seen him?
Huh?
Man,
Exactly.
Okay. My next question is, knock on wood, you ain't seen no termites either, have you?
I don't know. They don't come show themselves.
Might want to check.
Yeah, you gotta leave me something. Just don't send me a bill every 6 months.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah.
But these
I
people
said
are
the same
getting
thing.
away with
I hear
murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Julius, and Chandra, they gonna get away with murder until the people say enough is enough. And that's, I know I joke and play and laugh and everything like that. But Chandra, it's up to the people two ways, Chandra. And I say this every single day, Julius. You insert. If people got to stop being afraid to run, and people got to stop not showing up to the polls. If we don't do these two things right here, we're not gonna change nothing, Chandra.
But
Sorry.
you have vulnerable communities. I mean, these older people can't, they're not I can't say that they're not astute enough to advocate for themselves. But why should they still be fighting for basic living conditions at the age of 80 and, retirement age?
Yeah, and they had a party there the other night, and they crowned a Stillwell queen. They crowned. What the hell was that?
But Julius, they done studied us to understand with us. All they got to do is give us a piece of cake,
spaghetti
and they can
dinner.
walk.
Yeah,
a spaghetti dinner.
fish fry.
Give
they
us a
gave them
piece.
spaghetti.
They gave them spaghetti.
Oh.
All they got to do is give us something tangible, something small, and we will allow them to abuse and use us completely.
One lady was in the corner telling the alderwoman, "Help us," but she couldn't say it because the people who managed the building was there. She was voicing, "Help us."
Yeah.
What kind of mess is this?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Help us.
Stop voting for. Stop. What you need to do is you need to cut back and stop voting for people who look like us, thinking that they're for us. Touchdown.
They had a party. They crowned a homecoming queen, a building queen, and gave them a spaghetti dinner. And then you got the director dropping them like it's hot.
And that's reparations for not allowing us to fix your elevator for months.
Damn.
Wow.
The end.
Wow.
I was burning up my spaghetti. Hey.
You were cooking spaghetti, Bernard.
Yeah, I was burning my spaghetti up.
You didn't have to cook it. You could have got a bowl from
Stillwell Tower.
They still got spaghetti left over, probably.
But watch if you eat it, because the refrigerator might not be at the right temperature. So.
Oh yeah. And make sure it didn't get put in the elevator because it didn't go upstairs.
But Jay, shouldn't the feds or somebody be coming by looking at this?
No, because because it's a federally mandated piece of because HUD is not regulated on a regular basis. They depend on the localized board once again, which is not tied to anything, and it is what.
Well, I heard they coming. Well, got it on good authority that they're coming. Good authority, they're coming. So we'll see.
Well, my thing is when they come, we need to show them the good report that the mayor said that they had.
Yeah, all these glaring reports.
And maybe they got some spaghetti in that refrigerator in the office of the mayor.
They did just what the Yates repairman came. They just checking it off. They never coming in. The fire department, you cannot say that place. Man, that's like Alamo Plaza. Y'all know where the Alamo Plaza at?
On Bay Street.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know where it's at, Jay? You know where Alamo Plaza?
Yeah, on Bay Street.
Yeah.
I passed by the Alamo Plaza today. It got a brand new sign outside. Brand new. Say Alamo Plaza Motel.
Damn. They still
Alamo Plaza. This is what I'm saying about this alderman for 16 years that was over there. Alamo Plaza should have been damn condemned. If they want to build something, they should build it on the Alamo Plaza property. I don't care who owns it. If Donald Trump owns it, that place is infested with shit. That's probably where coronavirus started at.
Hopefully they ain't using Yates Astro.
Hey.
Yeah. Believe that.
Hey, Jim.
I was investigating at a law firm for 4.5 years. And I had to go in there probably about once a year, sometimes twice, that the people lived in there. It was the most deplorable place the people would invite me in the room. I said, hell no, you come outside, we'll sit in my car. I didn't really want them sitting in my damn car because they've been in that room.
Yeah. And it was $10. It was $10.
$10 for an hour.
It's terrible. And that's what needs to be condemned. But they want to condemn Yamacraw. They want to condemn, there's two different things. One is privately owned and the other one is government owned.
Well, my problem with Yamacraw is this. You can ride through Yamacraw and you can see they purposely, and I'll say it completely.
Boy, you
they
did it right.
Purposely let it go into the condition it is in right now. They can say subject matter now, they want to condemn it. Because I'm going to tell you why I know it's purposely done like that. Because, see, what they don't understand, what I understand is I looked at the ratings from 2017 to 2019 to 2021, and you look at the ratings depreciated quicker than it could be demolished. And so when it does that, because the reason why they didn't do that earlier is because they wanted to keep it from being demolished or being under rating score. It went from a level, Bernard, in 2017 where it was acceptable to a grade in 2020 where it wasn't acceptable. But let me explain this to you, Bernard.
Real quick.
In 2017, Bernard, it was problematic. And it had those burnt out apartments back then. But they still gave it a high rating.
That's right. And you could have went 4 years ago, you could have went through there and saw maintenance people all around the place, driving around on little golf carts fixing stuff. You can't walk through there and spend 4 hours and see one.
COVID told them they ain't had to come and clean up anymore, those Jews.
Y'all keep an eye on the Ahmaud Arbery trial. Y'all keep an eye on the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Kyle Rittenhouse, he on the stand crying today. He done shot and killed 2 people, wounded another one. And y'all keep
That's the guy that cried on the stage today?
They're going to try to rob him down in Brunswick.
Is that with the 11 jury members white, 1 black?
1 black. Come on.
Yeah. It's terrible.
That's another story.
But we got to go because we only got 1.5 minutes left. I'll see y'all a little bit later. We'll catch you on the other end. Y'all can watch a rerun of this show tomorrow night, and you can watch all our shows after they repeat the next night. Stay tuned for Keisha Carter tomorrow night. Also on Thursday night, Candidly Keisha. And we'll see you on the Watchdogs on Saturday. We got 4 shows on Friday. 1 o'clock, Financial Sins. 6 o'clock, Incarceration and Corporation. 8 o'clock, It Is What It Is. And 10:30, America at the Dock. Good night, people. I love y'all.
Love y'all. Good night.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Y'all be good.
All right.
Share.